why am I putting effort into people who don't put the effort back into me? Because I've been friends with them since we were little. Okay, you're in someone's life for a season, not a reason. And
pop off.
Ooh,
snap!
That felt good when I said
that. That was really sick.
You are listening to the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I'm Jen.
And I'm Megan. We're two boss babes sharing our businesses and inspiring you along the way.
Today's episode is all about our vision board. We have both created our vision board, which is way earlier than we did last year.
I think so, yeah.
Way earlier.
Pat on the back.
Yes. Kudos to us. I was really motivated this year. Last year I was sick during all of break and after, so I didn't do anything. But this year I was like, let's go. Let's go. So are we just diving right into our vision board?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to pull mine up because it's actually on the background of my phone if you're looking live or on YouTube. So that was something that I actually didn't do last year, even though I said I was going to. And the main reason I wanted to do it was because there's 3 questions I have right on the top of it.
Ooh.
That say, is it up there too? Okay.
Yes.
It says, does this support my long-term vision? Does this add stress or reduce it? And does this align with quality over quantity? And my word for the year is quality.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it.
So exciting. So basically I'll just dive into mine and kind of briefly go over my pictures and all the things. Yay. So the first one is CEO transition. So what I mean by this is last year was a big year for me of really fully having both trailers live, having satellite bars, and now having the opportunity of my team to really work events without me, which was huge, what I needed, and I was able to kind of step back when needed, did not fully relieve myself from vintage horse duties, but I kind of picked and chose what I wanted to do, which I felt like was really aligned for my year. So this year, I'm continuing that process of really diving into, whoa, I got really big staticky background. All right, we're here still. Really focusing on allowing my team to work events because that's the long-term goal. So then I can, on the next photo, go to the beach with my family. Obviously, it's not that easy, but my real goal is to continue to spend quality time with my family. My kids are in sports, youth sports, which are all the time. My son's playing hockey. He's really, really into it. And that is a huge commitment as a parent, as a child. And I just see how much he's loving it and really enjoying it. And it's making my heart so happy.
Aww. And
I want to be a part of that. So that's a huge thing for me too. And obviously we have weekend tournaments. We have travel once he gets into that, all the things. So really setting myself up for being able to be very present as a mom for that. The next one is your daily routine matters. I have been not good about setting daily routines. I really want to wake up earlier. During COVID was the biggest time that I was up before the kids were. I was up before the entire house was. And I truly felt like I had a different sense of reality at the time. Like I had a peaceful morning. It wasn't rushed. It wasn't stressed. When the kids came down after they woke up, it was just very chill. And we don't really have stress mornings, which is really nice. But I think that if I got up earlier, I could have more me time before.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important as a human, but especially as a mom, because you're being pulled in so many different directions throughout the day and you don't really have that alone time. So it's important to be able to have that. And if it means get up early, that's what it means.
All right.
I do have on here something that is really, really in the works. So I'm kind of going to tease it because it's so new and I'm so excited about it. But something along the lines of a permanent event space. That's kind of the bulk of what I'm going to say. But there's something I do want to say because this just happened yesterday. I'm actively looking for something to... Oh, do I just say it? Do I just put it in the universe?
We're live today.
We're live today.
You can think about it.
All right. So basically what happened yesterday is I called a building owner, and this was a space that I had been looking at. It's very local. I drive by it all the time. My gut kept telling me, call this place. So I finally called, and she told me that she actively has someone interested in leasing it. Right there, I could have just shut down and been like, not going to happen, not my thing. But I am a firm believer that when you have this gut feeling in your heart, you have to run with it. And I've just had this gut feeling for a very long time now that the vintage horse is ready to move on to another level, do all the things. I'm not going to indulge too much because, again, it's like very, very new. But I have such good, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but such a good feeling about all of this. And
Wow.
yeah. And so in the flip side, I already had a meeting planned with someone about something totally different. I was actually just meeting with a friend to talk to him about my idea. And it involved into something so much more where he actually has a space that I could potentially use. And it was just, it evolved into something that I totally did not think was going to be what it evolved into. So more to come on that.
I can't wait to hear about this offline. I'm so excited.
I know.
I'm so excited to cut the cameras. I want to know.
There's so much.
This is crazy.
But yeah, I'm so
Cool.
excited.
Cool.
This is going to be something like that I've been working on for a really long time. It's going to be super, super big.
Cool.
So all I'm going to say about that right now. But
That's awesome.
basically what I wanted to share was do not give up on something if it doesn't happen right away. Like when I was building the trailers, I had to call probably 14 builders and painters and metal worker, whatever, what's it called, where you like welders, couldn't think of the name, before I actually found someone that would help me, because I was sharing this idea with them of, oh, I want to turn a horse trailer into a bar. And they were like, you want to do what? So if I did not keep persisting, and saying, well, I know you can't help me, but do you know someone? I know you can't help me, but do you know someone? Who then landed into the person that actually helped me. So it's all about staying persistent with the vision that you have on your heart and just keep going with it.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
very excited.
Wow.
More to come.
That's crazy. And all of that stemmed from driving past
This
a
place.
different place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And feeling like,
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
I'm excited to hear
And
more.
how conversations can evolve from one thing to another. Like I went into this conversation just sharing my ideas, asking, he has a very successful business already, similar to what I want to do in a different way. So I knew it wasn't like a competition thing. I knew that he would help me. He's also a very good family friend. And it evolved into something so much more. So it's like you never know where the conversations are going to go to after. So that's exciting. The next is Shoot Your Shot podcast.
We made the vision board, guys.
We made the vision board. The reason this is on here is for multiple reasons, but one, because you're moving to Alaska and it's going to be a commitment for us to continue to do this. The second thing is this is a hobby for us. This is a little side thing. We do not make money off of this at all. Not yet still. But it's something that I feel really proud to say when I talk to people.
And it
I'm
feels good to do.
it feels so good.
Like it's business therapy for us. I love these
Literally.
little check-ins and
Yeah. And it's something that we've been doing for 3 years? 2, 3?
I just
4?
looked at it
How
this
many?
morning. February 2022
1. 2.
was our
Okay.
let me fact check. Our first episode.
So 3 years fully. Like
Hold
this
on,
is
I'm on
going
it.
into
I'm on it. 1 second.
somewhere
forget.
along the lines. I know, but we made a commitment every 2 weeks, and we stood strong. Besides this past season, because we were very busy, and it wasn't that it wasn't important to us, but we understood that our business was more important at the time.
It was February 2023. So we're coming up on 3 years next month.
Crazy.
We'll have to do a special.
We absolutely will. Absolutely. But I just, I thought about it and I was like, I take pride in telling someone I have a podcast. I have it with someone who I am so passionate about doing this with. And it's like, it's like the therapy that we need. So I want to be sure that we continue to do that. The next is I am hosting a women's empowerment summit with my friend Alexis, who she is full of sips. She is Manifest with Alexis. She's all the things. And we'd been talking about it for a while, but it just didn't come to fruition until now. So we are hosting it this April. We're very, very excited about it. It is going to be a one-day summit for female entrepreneurs who are looking to grow their business to the next level. And we are so excited about it. So more to come on that.
Cool.
And then embracing my lovely ADHD.
Yay!
This is something, so I've talked about this before on the podcast, but my son was diagnosed with ADHD and I started doing so much research to help him. And in that research, I realized how much I have it and how much I like undiagnosed it my entire life and just flew by the seat of my pants and just thought that this was all normal, and how I did life, how I worked in corporate, how I ran my business was all just normal because it worked for me. And it still works. Like, I feel like if I did not have ADHD, I would never be able to do all the things that I do because I do everything in little pockets. I do it when I want to do it. I do it when I feel that I need to do it. And that is great. However, I feel like I can be so much more if I hone in and focus on prioritizing things and finishing what I want to execute to the fullest, instead of just being like, okay, got to go do the laundry. Up, the dishwasher's not done. Up, I have something to do upstairs. And then I get so sidetracked. So I am really excited just to kind of hone in on that and really focus on helping that in my business, in my life, in all the things. So honestly, if my son wasn't diagnosed, I probably would have never even looked into it myself. But they say that that is a very common trait for moms, because when you become a mom, you start being pulled in even more directions, and you are so overwhelmed with everything. And you're like, why do I feel this stressed out? And I've never been like an anxious person. I've never had depression. I'm very lucky. But I've always had this sense of like, I have to do more. I have to do more. And I think it's because the imbalance in my brain was telling me, you're not doing enough, even though we all know I do a freaking lot.
Yeah, more than enough.
So yeah, so that was just something that I'm really excited to kind of dive into more this year. And then thanks. And then I gave myself a 9 p.m. phone curfew. So I saw this someone on another podcast that I listened to said, put your phone away at 9 p.m. And obviously there's going to be days that does not happen, but I use my phone as my alarm. So I am going to continue to do that and just put it in a different area in my house. And if you need to talk to me after 9 p.m., you can call my husband if it's an emergency. Like, he'll have his phone with him still.
Yeah.
But I just think that it's very important to shut your brain down at night. And I think I heard someone say, like, even if you read something for 5 minutes, you went to bed 5 minutes smarter than someone who didn't read for 5 minutes. And I was like, I don't read, but maybe it's listening to a podcast.
Yeah, it could. Yep. Or it could be journaling, or it could be like anything else.
Yeah. But maybe I'll read this year. Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe my ADHD will focus more on
who knows?
reading.
And there's a genre for everybody. Yeah. Like the podcast, like inspirement genre that you love, like that exists in books.
Yeah.
So
we're here. So
yeah,
we'll see. And then the last thing is just movement. I'm not a big workout person, but when I do get in my spurts of working out, I get really motivated. I get really excited. I'm going to Aruba in March, so it's kind of a motivation for me to get bikini season ready in the winter. So I'm excited for that. But I just think it's so important to just move your body. And, I want to focus back on the 10K steps. We were talking about Meghan has one of those Aura-ish rings. It's a different brand, but she was saying that it really helps track everything for her. So maybe something like that. Maybe I get my Apple Watch back out.
Yeah.
And get that going.
Right, yeah.
So,
yeah.
But yeah, so that is my vision board. Kind of a brief overview, but I feel like I gave myself little big things, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
So,
and to circle it back to your word, the things on here, like it's not a lot of things, but they're little things that are big things. Like the event space, that is a huge project. I can't wait to hear more about it. And the whole embracing the ADHD and honing that in throughout the year, like that, I'm sure is going to be a big project.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even though it's not like you've got a jillion things, they are big things. I want to hear more about the questions at the top.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So I don't know where I saw this from. I saw this from somewhere. It was probably a podcast, honestly, because I've been listening to Mel Robbins. Absolutely love her. I'm just pulling it up again. So to circle back, the questions were, does this support my long-term vision? And I think asking yourself, and this doesn't just have to do with my vision board. These are questions you ask in your everyday life, whatever it is. Like, does this support your long-term vision? If it doesn't, bye. Like, those friendships that you thought were going to last forever, do they support you long term? If they don't, why are you continuing to build those friendships? One of my really, really good friends and I have these conversations all the time, and it's like, why am I putting effort into people who don't put the effort back into me? Because I've been friends with them since we were little. Okay, you're in someone's life for a season, not a reason. And
pop off. Ooh, snaps.
That felt good when I said
that. That was really sick. Quoting that on my Pinterest
but
later.
It's really true. Like, everyone comes in and out of your life for a season, and they're there for a reason. Oh, I love that. Oh, I'm just going to keep saying that.
Wow,
all the
you're
time.
a poet.
I am. Yes.
But it's so true.
Yeah. And
so true.
And I'm just realizing that more. And I think that's one of the questions. Like, does this support your long-term vision? Whether it's a person, whether it's a family member, whether it's something that you do in your routine. Like, is that supporting you long-term?
Yeah.
And the next one is, does this add stress or reduce it? Like, my word is quality. Is it something I'm doing? Is it qualified in my life? And is it something that I want to continue to do? Or does it stress me the hell out? Like, there's been a lot of things that I've been saying no to lately because I don't want to leave my home. And my home life with my kids is more important right now. But there are things that I say yes to because it makes sense and it lights me up. It lights me back up. So I've been saying yes and no to more things. And then the last one is this aligned with quality or quantity? And that's going to recircle back to my word each year, or, each time I look at that. And I picked that word because I truly feel that this year I want to do things that just make sense for everything. I want to spend quality time with my family. I want to put more quality effort into my business. I want to put more quality effort into this new idea that I have, that it's been, in the works for a while. So that was the word that really, it came like really quickly too. Like, I usually go back and forth with different words and I'm like, is that a good one? I don't know. I don't even remember what my word was last year now that I think about it, but we won't go into that. Do you remember?
Wait, I kind of want to, you had evolve
a
couple years back.
That's what I keep thinking of.
But
that was
last
2 years.
year was Inspire?
It was Inspire. It was
I
Inspire.
think because you were doing a lot of motivational
that
speaking.
Was 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah.
Evolve, Inspire, and then what?
It's got to be on my No, I don't think I put it on my vision board last year either.
I don't
Anyway,
think
we'll
so.
circle back to it, but I keep going back to Evolve because that was because that was the year I built the second trailer and totally evolved my business into
and
more.
Quality, I think, is one that you'll remember too. I think this is a year that you'll remember. I love your vision board so much.
Can we also really quickly talk about the year of the snake and the year of the horse?
I got it pulled up.
Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
So,
prep our audience on why we're talking about this.
Okay. I'm not really sure what you want me to say. so I'll just say whatever comes to mind.
But I guess I'm not really familiar with this. So each year an animal is represented.
The Chinese calendar has a animal for each year, and then there is like a tone that goes along with that animal for each year. So like I was the year of the snake. I was born in 2001. I was the year of the snake. And so
I was the dragon.
And you were the dragon.
Yeah.
And this year is the year of the horse. Last year was the year of the snake, which is also kind of crazy because in the last episode where we had like a 2025 recap, I said that 2025 was the best year of my life. Which is just so crazy because it was the year of the snake. And that was the year that I was born.
Weird. And so, are you going to read what the year of the snake means?
Yes, I have the snake and the horse pulled up ready to go. So, and this popped up on my Instagram a couple days ago. And then Jen texted me. We were getting ready for this episode and was like, oh, did you hear about the year of the horse, vintage horse? And I was like, yes, I did. And also, like, did you hear about the year of the snake? And then we started chatting about it. And I had to screenshot this thing that I saw on Instagram. 2025 year of the snake. You shed. Wait, I think that's supposed to be like you shedded. Is that correct? You shedded? You shed, you released and cleared space. What was heavy and fake fell away. What was real remained. 2026, year of the horse. Let's go. You move and rise with confidence. Doors open. Momentum returns. You're finally walking into the direction that feels right. Oh, just goosebumps, right? Yeah.
Also to preference,
I love it.
Told Meghan that I don't know what it is, but I got this sense like right after the new year. It was like the first day, the second, I guess. And I just got this sense of this year. it feels really good.
Yeah.
And I did not know it was the year of the horse, which I'm like, oh my God. And I didn't
got a
know
lot of
what
marketing
horse
in there.
meant.
Let's go.
I got all the marketing
You got
in
a
there.
lot of marketing in there.
But I didn't know anything about that. And then I just started diving more into it. And it's crazy how much it aligns with how I feel for this year. And
Me
it just, I don't know, I just feel really good. And the more people I talk to, they're like, and it's an even year, which I'm an even number girl. Very weird. But I had to get married in an even year. I had my first son in an even year. My daughter, excuse me, I have a tickle. Oh my gosh. My daughter was born on an odd year, but her birth month and her birth date are both even numbers. So I'm like, Ken. And she was born in 2019, so a 9 + 1 = 10. I'm very weird about this stuff. I don't know what it is. I'm very weird about it. But I feel like it's also a good year because it's an even number year.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm
Okay.
so weird about that.
Jen approved.
2026, let's go.
Jen approved.
All right, your turn.
My turn. Okay. I have to admit, I did not select a word this year
Okay.
yet.
Are you going to?
I have the... yes, I would like to.
Okay.
I have the intention to select a word. Nothing came to me.
Perfect.
Like you said, quality was just like boom right there. Yeah. For me, I was making my vision board, and I loved that you put your word like smack dab in the middle, and I was like, oh, I want to do that too. And then I sat there for like 15 minutes probably and was like,
No.
nothing feels right. I can't think of anything. The words that I would think of, I was like, that's not fully it. I don't know. So instead, I put a tagline on mine.
Love it.
And maybe a word will come to me in time. We'll see.
I haven't seen this yet, so I'm really excited.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
Okay.
I wanted to hear you talk about it.
So I put a little horseshoe next to the 2026 because it's the year of the horse. So I had to include that. 2026, putting myself where I want to be, putting myself in spaces that I want to be in. And I mean that in my business, and I also mean that in my life, because this is the year that I'm moving. So excited. I've lived in Connecticut all my life, and I love New England. Never thought that I would leave, but I have never, left the nest.
Yeah.
And hey, it's time. So
the bird is flying.
Yes.
The eagle.
I'm so excited. And yeah, so we have really, really big plans. Last year, Plans in Motion was like a big thing that was on my vision board. I had like a whole Alaska section. And now it's just crazy to me that, we're house hunting in April, which is only
Oh my God.
3 months away.
Yeah.
Because we're going early April. Or 4 months, whatever. And we're leaving sometime June. And hoping to be settling in, July and August, which is just nuts. So next 6 months, that will be. So I have a picture of like a little log cabin that I found on Pinterest. So cute. And
I can see you living there. Oh my God.
oh, thank you so much. Oh, we'll see. And we'll see what's to come. You know what I mean? Like it might not look like that. It might look more like a suburb house.
Yeah.
You have no idea. And so I also put Que Sera on here because what will be, what will be, And I put this little fork in the road because though I imagine things going one way, could go a completely different direction. And
I just
hey,
got
that's
so
fine.
emotional. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
You never know,
Oh my
so
God.
even though I'm a planner, I like write everything down and I'm like, this is how it's going to be. And I plan it all out. But sometimes things have no business being that way. Mm-hmm. And like the universe has a different direction that it wants you to go in, whether you realize it or not, or you want it or not at the time. Like everything happens for a reason. So I put Que Sera on there because even though I have this one path where I'm like, yeah, we're moving in June, we might end up, buying a house later than we imagine or whatever. So there's that. And then I also have a picture that I took when I was in Alaska. These are models, but I did take this picture and I love it. And I love this spot. These two pictures were at the same spot. It's like the ultimate hiking spot in Anchorage. Like I am obsessed. Like I can't wait to hike there more and just walk outside and just be inspired, because though I love it here and I love the geography here, we do have baby mountains here and great weather and, fall seasons and whatever. We have like rivers and lakes and it is gorgeous here. I've seen it all. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't quite inspire me the way that having boots on the ground in Alaska does. Like just like being like, Like, I felt like I could hear music in my head, like looking around. Like, it's just unbelievably incredible.
I love this.
And being outside really does that for me. Like, I feel so artistic, inspired, just like all the things when I'm outside on a hike, on a walk. So I want to have the willpower to get outside more. And I think I will be really inspired to do that in Alaska because everything is going to be so fresh and so new. I'm going to want to see it all and find my favorite spots and go location scouting. So like, I'm sure I will have the willpower to do that, hopefully, but I'm adding that to the list. And also the weddings that I will be doing, or hoping that I will be doing, because over the years I've been doing, for the most part, big, like 8-hour days. I do some elopements, and I love City Hall, don't get me wrong. I love doing Hartford City Hall and whatever locations people bring me to, but my heart really just soars in the like kick your shoes off backyard wedding or like hiking adventure elopement thing. So, and I see myself doing more of that living there, or being flown out to other places. I'm fielding an inquiry right now for a 2027 elopement that is on the beach in Oregon. And they also, after the ceremony there, want to go to the Redwoods. And they live in Connecticut. We're doing the engagement session in May in Litchfield.
Stop.
And then we're headed to Oregon separately, but together.
Yeah.
Next year. So just like I'm manifesting it. They're coming to me. I'm also going to Glacier National Park this August for an elopement, just like this. Just, I can see it. And I'm trying to grab it, you know, like I'm hanging on. So I'm excited to see my business direction head more that way. And I do love the backyard weddings. I do love like the 8-hour days, don't get me wrong, but backyards, barns, farms, I love that way more than a hotel, country club. You know me.
Oh yes.
But I'm really pumped to see my business be in that direction. And what better place could I be in to have my business be that way than the place that I also want to live in? It's just a lot of symbiotic things are happening. So I'm excited. I also have personal goals on here. You might remember this sweater that was on my vision board last year that I never made. So
That's okay.
I still think it's adorable. I still think it's really cute. I still really want to make it. I still have all my yarn in my closet.
Good.
One day I will make it.
Yeah.
And so it's still on here.
How long's the plane ride to Alaska? Could you go on the plane?
Wait, that's a great idea.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll have to test that out and see if I get nauseous in the car doing it too, because
I think a plane's different though, because I get nauseous in the car. But take Dramamine, you'll be fine.
I know, because I will be stuck in the car for
then take
longer.
Dramamine.
You know?
Yes. Yeah. There you go.
Oh, that
There
is
you
a
go.
fabulous idea. I like it.
Glad I can help you.
Yeah. On it. So I want to make that. I want to drink more water. I've noticed that some days I'll go a whole entire day without drinking any water because I'm a tea drinker, and I'll drink like 5 cups of tea. And then I'm like, I don't think I actually sat down and had a glass of water. So you can't hear my ice. It all melted, but want to get better with that. And I also want to move my body more because this year, or 2025, I had a crazy amount of weddings and it was fantastic. Moved my body a lot with that, but I don't exercise beyond working. So yeah, I just want to change that about myself. And I was considering, and I would still like to, when I move, sign up for like a Pilates class or a dance class or something. I used to be a dancer when I was younger. And and I miss that a lot. So I'm like, oh, I kind of want to do that. So I might like join some kind of class, because then I'll be like accountable, because I'll be like paying for a once a week thing, and it's like, Megan, you have to go. But if I don't do that, I put a little picture. All of these are from Pinterest, by the way. These pictures, most of them. These are the only pictures that are mine. And that one. This is a picture of somebody watching like a tutorial on their laptop. Like, I can do Pilates at home or yoga.
But I also think, not to interrupt you, but I think
Please.
Signing up for a class, you're also going to meet people.
I know, and I'll make friends.
You'll make friends.
Yeah, so I would prefer to do that.
Yeah.
But if I'm scared or don't have the time or don't have the money, I'm like, I can minimum do it at home.
Do it scared.
Sure, yeah,
you
true.
have to do things scared.
True.
You have to.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Okay. And small daily hobbies similar to you. Less screen time. I feel like we talk about this every
Yeah, we
single
do.
podcast
I know.
episode. And do we change? Some days I do. And some days I really don't. And I really like how you are setting like parameters for yourself. We were like 9 p.m.
Curfew.
That's like a thing. I would really like to do that. And one of my friends, Kim, told me like probably this time last year, to be honest. She was like, I got an alarm clock, like a legit alarm clock.
I know.
And I never got one. I went through the whole year being like, yeah, I'm going to get an alarm clock. That was a great idea, Kim. I'm going to do it. And I literally never did it. So
I think I should do it
I think I should do it too.
Because then I wouldn't have to depend on my phone.
Yeah. Or minimum. I mean, I like the alarm aspect, obviously, but I don't really have, like, I don't have kids to get up with and I don't have really a lot of things going on in the morning most of the time. And I'm typically a normally like early riser. I wake up at like 7 or 8 on my own. So minimum a wall clock would be great for
just
me.
to have a time in your room.
Yeah, just to wake up and be like,
Yeah.
oh, what time is it? Because sometimes
Right, that's
with
why
our
you check your
weather, you
phone.
can't tell. And
Yeah.
that's when you check your phone and then all your notifications are there and you get sucked in. So
Mm-hmm.
small daily hobbies. I would like to read and write the same or more as 2025. I really liked the amount that I read and wrote. I read the Throne of Glass series and the Crescent City series. And if you're not familiar, each book is like 400 to 700 pages. Like, I'm not even kidding. They're like insane. So I read all of, and I loved it. It was such a journey. It was amazing. But this year I would like to read more of different authors. It just worked out that way last year because I was so sucked into the series that I just kept it going. But I'd like to read more and read more variety of stuff. And I'd like to write more. I journaled a lot last year, both in a normal, just empty journal and also one that had prompts in it. And I really enjoyed the prompts, but I feel like I could just get the prompts online. So I'm seeking out, I think today, I have an engagement session. And there's a cute bookstore that I've never been to that's like around the corner. So I'm going to hit that up after the session and hopefully take home a nice aesthetic journal that makes me go, ooh, I want to write in this, and makes me feel creatively like juiced. Because I think I might want to do some creative writing this year as well, not just journaling. Who knows? We'll see.
We'll see.
And I want to give myself the opportunity to do that and the space to do that. So yeah, and also print more pictures. We're in my room right now. I have one picture over there that somebody gave me. It's a little Polaroid, and that's like basically it. Don't love that. Everything is on our phones, and I just let's just get out of here. You know what I mean? Just stop. So when we move, I would like to print more pictures, maybe even scrapbook or print them out and put them in a book if I don't want them all on the walls. I loved looking at, my mom was a scrapbooker when I was growing up. I loved looking at all of those when I was younger, and it's just something that I think over time I'll really appreciate. And this picture is of somebody's fridge, and they found these cute little antique frames.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, and they just glued magnets to them
Back,
and put them on their fridge to make them cute and like fit like a
that is
vibe
adorable.
in their house. Yeah.
That's adorable.
So yeah, I would like to print more pictures, make our house a home little by little, because I know it won't be rapid and it won't happen day one, but little things like picking out the sheets that maybe like investing in things right away instead of being like, oh, we just need sheets. Let me buy these $10 sheets that are going to rip in a month. You know, I want to like, I love just
that.
because if we're making all the steps right away, put the effort into making some of them more worthwhile, I think. And those things eventually will make the house a home. And so will the pictures. And the last thing on here is home cooked meals. I'm excited to learn how to cook. I'm really bad at following recipes.
Really?
Like really bad. I like ad lib, but I don't know how to cook.
I love it. I love
So
it.
I'm excited to find some recipes and try new things and also expand my taste because I'm a picky eater. And just I guess that's my year. Any questions?
I love. I just have to share. I actually hosted something at my house with my daughter's like friends for her birthday, my son's friends too. And there was a lot of kids coming, parents, and they were staying. So I knew that they would be coming inside at one point. So it motivated me to do the photo wall on my stairs that I had been wanting to do for so long. And it's still not perfect, but at least pictures are up there. But I accidentally, like, very long story short, but to get a coupon at CVS, you had to like spend a certain amount and you got the coupon. So I had to break it down into like multiple things because I also had a gift certificate. Anyway, very long story.
Okay.
But I printed the wrong sizes in some of the frames.
Oh.
And like these pictures were like 15 by 17, like big photos. And they're like $20. Like they're expensive once you add like 9 of them.
Yeah.
So I was so mad at myself, but I was like, I'm not printing them again. So I like taped them into the frame with a white background just to like it's fine. It is what it is.
Oh, no,
One
that's
fell the other
fine.
day and I was like, I gotta take that down and fix it. But anyway, it worked and we have the frames like on the wall. So
Cute.
I was very proud of myself for
Cute.
that. But yeah, and I walked by it and I'm like, why didn't I had those frames for like months. I'm not even kidding. I had them like beginning of summer. I had motivated myself and I was like, went and bought the frames and they just sat in my house for a very long time. So anyway, we did it.
Pictures are important. Pictures are so important. And as a photographer, I hardly take any pictures because it's like just something that I do all the time that like in my day-to-day life, I just hardly used to ever. Last year, I think I took a lot more just like on my phone of like my dog and like, you know, things that we're doing. And also one thing that kind of motivated me for it, which might be for the wrong reasons, but it worked, is that I started doing monthly Instagram dumps on my personal page of just like however many it lets you post. I think it's like 20 now.
Yep.
So I just like pick 20 of my favorite from the month and just post them. That. And so that might be for the wrong reasons because it's like for Instagram, but I put no caption, 0 effort. I don't tag anybody. I don't do it. Like it's just the 10 pictures because it's for me. It's like a diary. It's like a photo diary and something just to look back on. And for like friends and family that don't live here and also when we move to be able to see and be like, oh my gosh, wow, Meghan had such a cool month. It looks like I should text her, you know?
I love that.
So,
I love that.
So I feel like I did get better about that in 2025, but I want to get better further with involving pictures in my life and personal life.
Yeah.
Printing them, maybe scrapbooking them. I've always wanted to do also, have you seen like the Wreck This journal or a junk journal? What is it called? Something like that, where it's just empty journal, but like you collect things and tape them in.
Oh, no.
So like fortune cookie.
That's fun.
Stuff like that. Or like
That's
receipt. You went to the
cute.
movies with friends and you glued it in.
That's really
It's like
cute.
all these physical memories. Because I'm
Oh,
a
I love
hoarder.
that.
I've got like a bunch of boxes in here and like under my bed of just like old cards.
Yeah.
And
oh, that's really cute.
stuff like that. So
My grandma did albums growing up, and it was like, I don't know if you remember these, but like the clear page, but you could pull it back.
Yes.
And you could put the pictures in, and then you put the thing down. Oh my God. She has like multiple albums for each year for all the grandchildren and like the moms too. My mom has a sister, and I mean, she still has them, but she stopped doing them. She started doing them for the kids because I was like, I don't print pictures. Like, can you print pictures and make it for the kids? So she started, but she says she needs to like keep up with it. But it's so important to have those memories because
it is.
Unfortunately, our phones could crash, which happened to me one year. Remember, I didn't back up my phone we lost our entire Disney trip, our first ever Disney trip. And the only pictures I have are the ones I posted on Facebook because, but I didn't post a lot because I was in this phase of like, I didn't want people to think I'm like this bougie person bringing her kids to Disney. For whatever reason, wish I posted more. But yeah, I did not back my phone up. It was not saved to the cloud. We're here. We've accepted it. But I look back and I'm like, if I had printed those pictures, I would have them. Yeah. You know, so, but it is what it is.
And also, and I'm not a mom, so like, who knows? But I also feel like printing them out is better for the kids too, because then they're able to go seek that out on their own because they don't. You're not always there or they don't have access to your phone or like you don't want them to scroll through like your entire camera roll or like, you know, whatever. I feel like giving kids like the space to be able to do stuff on their own like a 90s kid is probably good.
It's funny you say that because I made a little photo album for my mom and my mother-in-law for our wedding. And my mother-in-law has it like on her table at her house. And every time we go, my kids pick it up.
Oh.
And they'll look through it and they'll be like, look at mommy and daddy kissing. And like, they just have like funny comments about it. And it's
That's so
really cute. But
that
it
was,
like,
that was
yeah.
me as a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have my parents' wedding album out, but my mom, like I said, was a scrapbooker.
yep.
So
Yep.
at my grandparents' house, we had a scrapbook of me and my grandparents, and we had a scrapbook of my grandparents, and we had a scrapbook of my grandmother and her sister, and her, like all those family like, and I loved it as a kid. I
Yeah.
loved looking at pictures as a kid.
Oh, you'll have to share that scrapbook thing with me, or the junk book, whatever it is.
Yeah.
That's super cute.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll wrap up today's episode.
Crazy.
So we both went through our vision boards, and it's actually really, I love that we do this because at the end of the year, we circle back to them and we kind of talk about like, what did we do? What didn't we do? And I think this year, now that it's on my home screen, before 9:00, I'll be able to look at every day. And it's just like that instant reminder. And I think that's also like my ADHD. I need to see visual things. I'm a very visual person. So I think seeing, you know, my event space or my whatever it is,
And the questions.
and the questions that I see every day are going to really trigger, you know, the habit that you need to build.
Yep.
And I'm listening to a podcast right now with Mel Robbins, and she has, I think his name is James Clear, and he wrote a book all about building habits. I want to say it's like the 5-minute habit or something is his main book. But anyway, he said something that I actually put in my notes, and I want to share it really quick before we end. But he said, are you okay with being uncomfortable for 3 minutes to start? And I was like, what does that mean? And he dove into basically saying, if you can get uncomfortable on starting something, the rest comes easy. And it's like that whole like in motion, like when you start running, it's hard, but then when you continue to run, it gets easier.
Yep.
When you start working out, it's hard. When you continue, it gets easier. It's all about, I'll use example, my son tying his shoe right now. Like kids nowadays don't have laces anymore. They have these like stretchy laces or like the Velcro. Like you don't have to tie your shoe anymore. I mean, even me, like I have my Uggs half the time. Like I'm not tying either, but he plays hockey. He needs to learn how to tie his shoes. And as a human, you need to know how to tie your shoe. But he has been doing it over and over. And he finally, like today, he had a meeting this morning and he tied his shoe. And I was like, I gave him like so much credit. I was like, bud, you did it. I'm so proud of you. And I saw like the reward in his eyes, like the excitement in his eyes. But it's like, you have to continue to do it over and over and over again.
Right.
So it's like, you just have to start. You just have to start that thing. And then this with my new idea, like I've thought about it for a long time. Because I always want to know, like, what's the Vintage Horse going to be next? Where are we next? And they always say, like, as a mobile bar owner, you always go on to something next, whether it's building this huge event space or whether it's opening a restaurant or a storefront or whatever it is. Usually the most successful mobile bars will lead on to something else, like bigger. So I always knew that there was more, but I wanted to make sure I knew what it was and it felt right to me. And this feels really right. But I didn't do it for a year or however long, but like, now I'm finally happening. So it's like, you just got to do it. And if it fails, at least you did it. You tried.
Right. Yeah.
And you move on, you try something else. And that was the last thing I want to kind of take away was another quote that he said was, top performers are human just like us. But the thing they share is they get back on track quickly after they fail. And I feel like that's something I'm really good at. Like I went to go host the second Mompreneur event, sold tickets, ended up saying, this doesn't make sense for me right now, refunded all the tickets, and I moved on to the next thing. And it didn't get stuck saying, oh my God, people are going to think I don't know what I'm doing or I'm a failure because I put on this event and it wasn't successful. No, it didn't feel aligned with what I was doing and I moved on to the next thing.
And you picked yourself back up because you have a date set for the next one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that's, exactly.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
love
like,
that.
You just have to do what feels right for you, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Yeah. Seek
So-
the discomfort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Push through.
Push through. Push through.
I love it.
Well, we are wrapping up today's episode. Our first, is this the first? Yeah, this is the first of the new year, right?
Well, yeah. Technically, yes. I uploaded an episode last night,
Right.
which came out January 8th. Right. January 8th was yesterday, I think. Correct?
Yes,
I think
today is
correct.
the 9th. Yes.
But that was our last one of 2025. So this is
Right.
the first one
Yes.
of the year. The
The
first one
year.
that we're recording,
Yeah.
but it is
Our
the second
vision
one to go
board.
out. But
I'm very proud of us for doing vision boards this early.
Yes.
We did not. I
We
feel like
get-
it was like almost February last year.
was it? I don't
It
even
was
remember.
definitely way later, but that's okay. We're here.
Yeah.
We're going.
Yay! I'm
So-
so excited.
Thanks for tuning in. If you're live, thanks for watching us live.
Yes. Please leave us a review if you're an
Yes.
Apple Podcast listener. We can accept reviews there. I guess that's kind of all I had to say. I don't
Or
think
subscribe to YouTube.
Spotify does. Subscribe to YouTube. Spotify I don't think does reviews.
No, I think just Apple, yeah.
But you can follow or subscribe or whatever on Spotify. And then we also have an Instagram. So us talking about that we're live right now is because we're live on our Instagram, shootyourshot.pod. And we also have a TikTok and a Facebook, I think. We don't post anything on Facebook.
No.
So,
or TikTok or Instagram. But we're getting
there. And step 1 is live streaming today on Instagram. So excited. Follow us. We're hoping to dive more into things like that this year and get better with the pod. So yeah, maybe some guests. We'll see.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy Friday. It's Friday for us.
Yeah.
And cheers.
Cheers.